Shawn Ray here from Muscular Development TV with the Hall of Famer Rich Gaspari at Gaspari Nutrition here at the LA Fit Expo 2016. Rich, well, first of all, let's pay homage to you. We're headed into the Arnold Classic, which started in 1989 with your victory, coming off of 3 first runner-ups in the Mr. Olympia Championships. I was there when you pretty much followed behind Lee Haney and then went into the Arnold Classic, and we're headed to Columbus, Ohio. 28 years later, Arnold has recognized you for the Lifetime Achievement Award a couple years ago. Is it kind of surreal that we're this far removed from that victory?
It is surreal. I mean, I think I said to you, I said, shoot, man, are we getting older or what? Or when you become, when you're called an icon or a legend, does that mean you're old, or just you've done a lot of accomplishments in your career? But
I think it's both.
Yeah, a combination of both.
And then, and we change. I mean, You've evolved into this industry, a guy that's giving back and continually sponsoring the shows. You're sponsoring the LA Fit Expo.
Yeah.
Some dynamics have changed for Gaspari Nutrition. Tell us about some of the new dynamics that have changed for your company.
Well, we've taken on a partner to help expand Gaspari Nutrition. Our multi-billion-dollar company in Europe. So having a partnership, it can help us to grow and evolve the brand into something even bigger than just me on my own. Right. So that's what we've done now. We're coming up with new products constantly, because this industry is constantly evolving all the time. So you have to be up with the times when it comes to products.
Well, you drug along with you Hidetada Yamagishi, one of the perennial top 5 finishers in the 212, and of course Branch Warren, Arnold Classic champion. How is it working out with your athletes that you're working with, along with Ashley Kaltwasser?
With my athletes, I consider them like my friends more than just being my athletes. I work with them, we train with them. They know I understand being an athlete myself in the past, what their needs are. I got Branch here, he's making sure he's staying at an efficiency, getting his food, making sure he's training because he's got 6 weeks out from the the Arnold, as well as Hide, getting ready for the Arnold. So I love working with athletes, and I love giving back and having these guys, represent me now as a company.
Absolutely. And some guys, they walk away from the sport, but you're on Periscope training like an animal. These guys are keeping you very close to your roots. What are you trying to do physically at this age?
I just try to stay alive. I love training. I've never did training for a competition. I did training because I love training. Right. So, I still love going to the gym. We love still doing the Periscope. We just did a Periscope yesterday with Hide doing back. And, after 6 hours of flying here and then coming in here and, at the Gold's Gym here in Los Angeles, we did a Periscope. So I want to show people that at any age you can constantly stay in shape, and just continuing to evolve in the sport. As long as I get to keep myself in shape and, be the next, I don't want to say Jack LaLanne, but Jack LaLanne who kept training and looking good way into his 90s.
Yeah, he's certainly elevated the bar, and of course Joe Ito was right there with him in their 90s. Getting back to the Arnold, now that it's gone global, they've added South Africa and of course China. Arnold Schwarzenegger has made the declaration that the posing aspect is going to be an aspect that's going to be part of the total scoring. What do you think about that?
I think it's fantastic. When you and I competed, posing really mattered. You had great routines. I really worked on my routine. I would spend hours and hours on my routine, and I was a good poser. I wasn't the greatest poser, but my posing compared to today's posing would be considered like spectacular. So I'm glad that they're doing this with the Arnold Classic, so that makes these guys bring a show. It's like when they go there and they start posing and they root on their the audience. It just looks ridiculous. I think they really should make posing a priority so they can show themselves as showmen.
Yeah, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is trying to bring that back because, like you said, just because you're on the stage doesn't warrant applause. You have to be able to show your art. And with that being said, Jim Mannion and the NPC are now bringing back men's classic physique, which is bodybuilding light, physique heavy. What do you think that's going to have? The impact it's going to have on the sport?
I think it's great as well. Bodybuilding. I would say like my times or our times were like, was the golden era. Our look was a certain look that we had. We could do vacuums. Today's bodybuilders, they don't do the vacuums. And I just think classic is going to be another touch where people look at that and say, wow, I want to look like that. So not that I take the athletes of today, I think they look fantastic. And I look at them and I say, wow, the way they look is very hard, but it's not the way we used to look. So I think it's a diversification of the sport where some people like the way a classic bodybuilder like, or they like looking at the freak guys that we have today.
It's great to have options. And speaking of options, Rich, besides the new beard that you're donning for 2016, I mean, some of us are just struggling with trying to grow hair. You got a full facial Boyer coat thing going on. What else do you expect happening for you in 2016, business-wise, personally, physique-wise? What do you want out of 2016?
Listen, we just constantly evolve. The sport has changed dramatically. The industry has changed dramatically. The whole thing with, social media and, digital marketing, it's all changed, and I'm just trying to adapt and evolve with the sport constantly. So it's me with the beard now looking different. That's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Forever the trendsetter, the Hall of Famer, the Dragon Slayer, Rich Gaspari here at the LA Fit Expo 2016.